What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Webisode podcast, webcast, whatever you want to call it. It will be a podcast as well. You'll be able to download these online and listen to them on your phone or what have you. The Tuck and Demi podcast. Got to emphasize the tuck at the beginning. We got a lot of positive feedback on the last one that we did. So shout out to everybody for watching it and commenting. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we decided to do a few more and see how they go.
Tuck did.
Tuck what?
Decided we did.
Oh yeah. So you can leave comments, tell us topics. We're down to talk about anything, because after we tell some Villebillies stories, I want to get into some like weird shit with Demi, because his brain is like looking into
nothing.
It's like looking into nothing, but there's a whole lot of shit going on at the same time. I don't know what that means, but anyway.
Well, we got
stories. We got a lot of content just based on Villebillies stories that we can bring to you, and so we wanted to get to one. So I'm gonna make this long story, the build up, as short as possible. So 2005, Villebillies were hot. There was a lot of people inquiring about us. A lot of people calling, record labels. Big record labels. People that were huge in the music industry were interested in us. I mean, we were flying out doing showcases, all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, one particular instance, there was this guy named Eric Tomasunos. He wanted to manage us, do some stuff like that. He just so happened to be really good friends with Big Boi from Outkast. So he sent him, or he played, he's like, I'm going to play him your stuff one day, whenever the chance is right, whenever the timing is right. So apparently he played it for him because, once again, my phone rings, but this is in 2005, so I had like this big blocky Nextel phone. Remember the push-to-talk phones? It was like talking on a brick. It's a flip phone. You're like, hello? Anyway, so Big Boi calls my Nextel phone. He's like, hey man, this is Big Boi.
You think he had a Nextel phone?
Nah, well, I mean, they were pretty hot at the time.
It was hot. Not as hot as, I still had a pager, I think, at that time.
Nah, 2005? He probably had a Razor. Remember the Razors? They're real thin. Anyway, so he calls me. He's like, and I'm like, Big Boi? Nah, wait a minute, who? He's like, Big Boi from Outkast. I'm like, bullshit. He's like, this is Big Boi. And it was him, because I could just tell. And he's like, man, I wanted to let you know that I really dig y'all stuff, and I've been riding around for a month in my Cadillac listening to Burning Down the House of all songs, which we're not really huge fans of anymore, which we understand. It's a lot of old school fans love that song. You like it?
No.
He doesn't like it. I personally still kind of like it. Anyway, so he starts singing the lyrics to me. I don't know. I'm like, holy shit, Big Boi knows our song well enough to sing the lyrics. He's like, so yeah, I've been riding around my Cadillac listening to it, which was mind-blowing in and of itself. And he's like, send me a beat CD. I'm interested in messing with y'all, this and that. And this is when Outkast was at their peak, man. They were probably the biggest group in the world as far as hip-hop at the time. They probably still are, I don't know. But at the time, they were still putting out music.
To us.
Sure. And
been listening since Southern Playlistic.
Yeah, since they were like kids, since they were like 18.
Yeah.
And so that phone call ended. I go crazy and call everybody and tell them. About a week later, Eric, the guy that made that whole phone call happen, calls us back and says, hey man, Big Boi has invited you guys to his 30th birthday party in Atlanta at this like club. And we're like, holy shit.
30th.
So we all posse up. And take our white Krispy Kreme saltine cracker asses to Big Boi in Atlanta, his 30th birthday party.
In the stupidest clothes. Stupid. Like, we've got one good picture with Big Boi. And I remember one time we posted it, like when it happened, and somebody said, that's Photoshop.
Yeah.
No.
People thought he was a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, because he looked G'd up.
Because he was so fresh.
Yeah, we looked like we just...
And we were so...
walked out of TJ Maxx in 1993.
Yeah. We looked like we walked out of Kentucky Kingdom.
Oh, man.
On day 5 Alive.
Day 5 Alive.
Only a few will understand that reference.
And it was freezing cold.
Yeah, it was like the worst ice storm in the history of Atlanta that day. So that the attendance to the party was like very scarce. But real quick, I want to get back on the clothes real quick. I'm going to post a picture of what we were wearing with the Big Boi picture in the comments.
I'm about 210 pounds all the way in the back.
Dude.
In like a stripe button down.
It was so bad. Everyone was so bad.
It was bad.
It looked like, what did I say?
We looked like we wasn't supposed to be there.
We did not look like we were supposed to be there. It looked like a bunch of redneck white boys that were attending somebody's wedding in the backyard. They were like refusing to dress up. They were just like, all right, I'm gonna wear my jeans, I'm gonna wear my shoes, but I'm gonna wear this button up. So that classified, that works for me to come to the wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't say I didn't try.
Yeah.
Or like you ever go to a funeral and there's that one person that is just completely the fuck dressed down, but they got a button up shirt on. So they're like, all right,
tucked in with a braided belt.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't that bad, but
it might as well have been.
What? No.
We're probably exaggerating.
It's when you think your outfit looks good, and then you go and like try on clothes somewhere, and like somewhere in the mall, and you get in there, and all of a sudden the lighting makes your outfit look the dingiest, worst. Your skin looked like
it's terrible. Anyway,
that was us in a room full of people that were bedazzled.
So we walk in looking like that.
Yeah.
And first person we see is Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Arms spread. Welcome to the family. First of all, Killer Mike says, welcome to the family.
Run the Jewels. But
to
he wasn't
us.
Run the Jewels yet.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was just Killer Mike, featured on a couple Outkast songs.
Yeah.
I think he had an album or something. Man, he was the coolest dude ever. He welcomed us, dapped us up, fived us up, hugged us like, yo, we're going to make some good music together.
He tried to tiptoe on Tippy Toe, and that's why Tim, our drummer, got the name Tippy Toe.
Yep, he took a picture with Tim and like tippy toe next to him.
Tippy Toe next to him because Tim's like 6'5".
And so since that day, Tim's nickname is Tippy Toe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But anyway, so we're in there looking like a bunch of scrubs. TLC's motivation for their song "No Scrubs" is what we're in there looking like.
Yeah.
But
they had love for us. Though.
Yeah, they had mad love, and all the attention shifts up front. Here comes this Range Rover.
Yeah.
Pulling in. Here comes this red carpet rolling out. Like, ain't nobody don't ask me. He literally steps out. He steps out, tippy toe first, onto the red carpet.
Yeah.
Fur coat.
He actually had the fish in the boot.
Yeah, he had all that. He was pimping.
Mm-hmm. He had the solar system in his necklace.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a fur coat on.
His teeth lit up the whole dark walkway on the way. Dude, like
they were the guiding light.
He was killing it.
And his girl got out to his wife, I guess. Man. Furred out, fine.
Mink. Maybe.
She strutted up with him. Yeah. Anyway, he walks in. He had love for us.
He did. He had mad love for us.
He said what's up to us.
He's about your height, too.
Yeah. What are you saying?
No.
Saying I'm short? Why are we bringing that up?
It's an observation.
Why are we pointing his height out?
I'm actually bringing it down.
He's about your height, too. What does that mean?
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, so he walks up to us and he's like, "Yo, I love you guys. This is cool, man. He had some nice words to say to us. We gave him a present.
Yeah, we did. We got him a Louisville Slugger bat. Said Villebillies on it to Big Boi. Happy birthday, 30th. Yada yada.
Yeah,
cool. Free bar.
Yeah, there was a free bar, and he's bringing that up because...
Don't worry about why I'm bringing that up.
He's bringing that up for a very good reason. So Big Boi comes in, he goes off, he says, what's up, he goes into the next room. There was 3 rooms. There was like the main room where we were at, where there was a bar, and there was PlayStations and Nintendos and shit set up everywhere. There was another room, and then there was like the room where all the music was playing, like the club portion of the party.
Yeah.
There was a big, huge, flat projector screen.
Biggest screen I've ever seen.
Playing all of the Outkast music, and there was only Outkast music playing the whole time. Mm-hmm. There was nothing else playing.
Well, why would you?
Which was dope.
Yeah.
And if all their corresponding videos with the songs were playing on the projector. And
what about that group Concrete though that was staring at us the whole time?
Tell them about them. Mugging, wife beaters.
Yeah, this group of dudes was just not happy that we were there. Probably didn't know why we were there, or they just didn't understand why we were dressed the way we were.
Nah.
We No, but at the end of the day, no, Big did mention to us, he's like, hey, don't mention anything about any record deals, messing with me, nothing like that. Y'all are just my friends. We're like, cool. Why? He's like, well, there's some people here that, you know, probably wouldn't take kindly to that. And we're like, ah.
So he was working with this other group, Concrete. That
shout out to Concrete.
Yeah, shout out to Concrete. Hey, now that we're not there, what's up now then?
Yeah, what's up now,
Come
Concrete?
Come see me,
Yeah.
Concrete. But at the time, you know, it was like Debo. When
Yeah.
Debo showed up,
Mhm.
I shut up.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to him. They were mean mugging me.
But
I
when
shut
he
up.
walk away,
But 12 years later on the podcast on the webcast,
we
I be
keep
talking again.
Mhm.
Where y'all at now? Never heard of you. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Concrete. I hope they did well. I don't think they signed with Purple Ribbon either. They might have.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, they had a free bar. So Big Boi made his way over to that other club portion. He was over there dancing. He's like living it up. I mean, it was his 30th birthday party. He's been one of the biggest band groups ever.
Mm-hmm.
Chilling. Like, he had his whole squad. There was like 25 of them. So, free bar. We're just drinking. Some were drinking more than others. And, some were drinking more than others. So, Demi disappears. About 2 hours after Big Boi went in the other room,
I started to use the restroom.
I start looking for Demi. I'm like, where's Demi at? Everybody starts looking for Demi. He's not in the main bar area. He's not this other little area. I'm like, I bet he's in the other room. So I walk into the other room. Lo and behold, there's this big group, this big circle of people with Big Boi in the middle. Like I said, Big Boi was doing his thing, dancing, chilling, having a good time. Well, Demi's on the outskirts of that little clique, probably about 30 feet away from Big Boi, on the outskirts of Big Boi's entourage. Okay, so Demi's watching the projector screen the whole time, and he keeps looking over at Big Boi, looking back at the projector screen, spitting every Outkast verse, every verse that comes on the screen. Demi thought he was Andre 3000 that night.
Well, Andre, he wasn't there though.
Yeah, Andre wasn't there that
and
night.
I was upset about it.
He was hurt.
I thought that deep down, Big Boi was probably upset about it too. So I said, you know,
he needs his support.
He needs, you know, he can't do it
He
all
can't
himself.
do all the Outkast songs
himself.
He needs that Andre. He needs Pinecone 3000.
He needs Pinecone 3000.
Right.
Yeah.
So Demi literally, that was what was in Demi's mind.
Yeah.
Demi spitting every Andre part, looking right at Big Boi like, yo, look at me. I got you, son. I got you. I'm spitting them bars. Don't worry about it. Andre might not be here, but I'm here. Pinecone's here. Bars, bar, bar. International, underground, down. Spitting them all, everything. And every song that would pass, every 2 minutes that would pass, Demi was a step closer to Big Boi. Step closer. He's like elbowing in on his entourage, getting closer. Living it up.
He said we were part of the family now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Killer Mike said that.
well, Killer Mike
He
was
took
in the
it.
circle.
I know. Killer Mike was in the circle. So Demi's
That's what he
getting
said.
closer. Demi's getting closer, swimming through entourage, swimming, spitting bars. Hey man, remember me from school? No, not really, but he kept smiling like a clown face, his expression looking silly, and he kept asking me what kind of car you drive. I know y'all paid. I know.
Oh, come on, man.
For real. And
Come on, man.
by the time it was over, Demi was right here to Big Boi. Right here. Hot ass breath on Big Boi's neck.
How you know I didn't have a mint?
You did not have a mint. You had a mint julep. Motherfucker. That's the only mint you had. Hey, spitting, probably literally spitting
Oh, come on, man.
on Big Boi's neck. You probably got the
man.
fur all matted up.
Man.
You probably got the fur. You probably gave the fur mange.
You're retarded.
So literally, he's up on Big Boi, all in his personal space, spitting Outkast verses, and Big Boi kind of has his shoulder to him, like still not trying to be like, yo, get the fuck away from me. He's just like doing his thing, like ignoring him, like he'll go away.
He might have slowly been turning away from me. I don't know.
He was turning like, yo, and I guess since he had
Which
come,
I would have done if I
I guess
was
the
him.
entourage was kind of thrown for a loop, because when he walked in, it was a big deal. When he walked up to us and like talked to us and stuff, there was like photographers and shit taking pictures. So I think that gave you a pass.
Yeah, they probably thought I was like his little cousin or
yeah,
something.
they probably, the entourage didn't fuck with you because they thought
That was all right.
you were there for
and
a
I was
reason.
okay. It wasn't anything, you know. I wasn't there to hurt nobody.
No, he wasn't doing anything crazy, but he was being annoying. He was all up in his grill. So we had to pull the plug. I had to run up and grab him and, man, chill out, bro. Like, chill out. Nobody wants you up in their ear. You know, he's trying to chill. So we had to pull him out. But, man, to see that was hilarious. Like,
I fanboyed out. I did.
He straight fanboy.
I did. But, you know, listen, it's all right because he came up to us later and he was still super cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think he gets it. He probably gets that a lot.
Yeah.
You know? But honestly, I mean, that taught me a big lesson, though. You know, you can't, you know, it doesn't matter how much you run into a situation, the superstars or whoever they are, you just can't fanboy out on them. You just can't. You got to have respect. You know what I mean? I didn't have it. And since that day,
he's been better.
I've been a lot better. You know, I did kick Alice Cooper's boot, but I didn't fanboy out on him.
And you didn't ask him?
I didn't even ask him for a picture.
Yeah, you were cool. But,
and I've done a lot more than that since then.
Yeah. And Big Boi was fine because afterwards he said, I saw him at the coat check. He comes up to the coat check. I'm standing in the coat check. He walks up behind me. He looks right at me. You know, I turn around like I'm like face to face with him, one-on-one, person to person. He's like, yo, man, I'm serious. I really like your all stuff. He's like, we're going to make hits. He said, we're going to make hits. I'll never forget it. And he said, I need y'all to come down to my studio in Atlanta, Stankonia.
We still ain't made them hits.
In Stankonia, which is a studio he owns in Atlanta. So I'm thinking, 23 years old, oh my God, like, we just made it. We're going to make hits at Stankonia with Outkast. And that did not happen.
That did not.
And that's because of business, okay?
Yeah.
Because of the record business and the record industry.
Not because I fanboyed out on him and spit all of Andre's parts to him when we were, you know.
No.
It's not because of that.
I'm sure Andre would have been proud.
Sounds like, I think deep down Big Boi was like, man, I felt like Dre was there when that one white dude from Kentucky, man, he knew all his words.
He probably told Andre about you. He's like, yo, it was so sick. White dude was barring. White dude was barring.
Everybody's got opinions on the way you're living, but see they can't feel you.
All night. All night.
It was a lot, and I felt like shit the next day for it. I was worried. I was worried for real. I was like, I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. And it's like, no, you didn't. But nah, Demi, you can't do it.
Afterwards, we did get he turned it over. He's such a busy person at the time that he turned it over to his label, Purple Ribbon Entertainment.
Yeah.
And we did get a deal memo to our attorney.
Yeah.
Like, they had deal points, which is how record deals normally start. They start out with deal points, and if you can agree on that, then it goes further.
And we got half a point. He got the rest of it. No.
So we agreed to that. And we were just waiting for like 2 months for them to get back to us. In the interim, we were also showcasing for Universal Motown. We had flown out there a few times. They had flown to see us. Static Major came to one of our shows with Universal Motown Vice President, R.I.P. Static.
Yeah.
And they said they wanted to sign us. Monty Lippman came down to one of our shows at 4th Street Live, which at the time was the president of Universal Motown. He split off.
Republic.
He split off and started Republic. But before then, I know. Let's don't go there right now. So he came to one of our shows by himself and like pulled us aside. Was like, you guys got a record deal. And that whole time, we still have a deal on the table with Big Boi.
With Big, yeah.
So a couple days, I'd say a couple weeks later, an 80-page record deal gets slapped on the table from Universal, and it's a high dollar record deal. It allowed us to record in Nashville for a month and a half with huge producers and all kinds of shit.
Go on the road. And
all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So we're looking at that, and then we're looking at Big Boi like, yo, you know, we call him, let him know where's your deal, you know, we want to sign with you or this and that, you know. And
he's an artist. He's busy.
He wasn't. We weren't even talking to him at this point. We're talking to, I remember her name, Regina. She's like, oh, it's coming. You know, let us get it together. You know, we just got to get Big Boi to go over a couple things. Yada yada. Well, Universal comes back to the table. It's like, you have 2 weeks to sign that deal. So on the very last day, we held out all the way up until the last day for Big Boi. We had to sign it.
Yeah, we never got that. You know,
we couldn't let that pass.
No.
So.
But sometimes I really wish that we would have seen what had happened.
All the time.
All the time. You know.
At the time, we were making some
we were
some stuff that nobody was making.
Early mid-20s, and we had a lot going on, and we had a chance, and we didn't know which way to go. You know what I mean? And,
at that time, there was TV shows. There was Atlantic was trying to sign us.
And this is another thing that people might not realize, but we also, had got, the live band aspect was flourishing with Villebillies at that time. And
it really put us over the hump.
yeah, and a lot of those guys wrote a lot of the stuff.
Helped us write a bunch of it.
So that they were our people, like our best friends and shit. So, like the whole Big Boi thing and all that is awesome, but we were also had it in our mind, just like the TV show. It's like they just want a couple of the rappers, or they just want this, or they just want that, and it's like you're cross with that too. So we're like, well, Monty Littman gets the whole band aspect and the live thing, and honestly, we thought that separated us from, your Nappy Roots. Shout out to Nappy, but a lot of bands, hip hop groups and things like that. We was the live, we was
the live version of that.
Live, yeah, we had our own thing. That's what we felt like, made us a force to be reckoned with live, and I still stick by that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's a lot of business and ins and outs and this and that, and we're sitting here right now, man. What if we would have took the TV show? Who knows? What if we would have took the Big Boi thing? What if we didn't name ourselves the Villebillies? What if? Doesn't matter. What happened, happened. What continues to happen, happens. And, but the moral of the story is, if you're ever in a room with Big Boi, don't do Andre's verses in his face.
Don't fanboy. This is my take on any celebrities in any room. Especially if you're trying to be in the same space with them, or you're trying to do the same thing as them. The last thing you want to do, this is for artists mainly. If you're just a fan of somebody, like if I saw, somebody I'm a huge fan of that had nothing to do with music, considering I'm in music, like if I saw
the owner of McDonald's.
And I don't eat McDonald's. Boy, sometimes I eat the breakfast. Just if I saw somebody that inspired me,
if I met Colonel Sanders.
If I saw someone that inspired me that wasn't a musician, I would probably fan out on them because, I just would. But in music, though, I was trying to be in music. I wanted to look like I wanted to always present myself like I was supposed to be in the same room with those people. Because if you fan out on them or act like they're just incredible or great, then they'll automatically dismiss you as,
But dude, it's hard not to be.
It's hard to be that way, but that's just a message to my fellow musicians. If you ever get in that's like, we'd be at shows with Yellow Wolf and people like that, they're not that much further than we are, or were at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't, whatever. What's up, Yellow Wolf?
And he's done very well for himself. Shout out to Yellow.
You get the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, just don't fan out on somebody and turn them off and be like, damn, this dude's just a fan.
So what you saying?
I'm saying you fanned out on Big Boi.
I did fan out on him.
I'm saying you did, but
I think he's a fan of Pinecone 3000.
He is a fan of Pinecone 3000.